Welcome to Marvelicious Toys. We bring you news and reviews of Marvel toys, statues, and more. Because not all Marvel collections can be bagged and boarded. They're not just toys, they're Marvelicious.
And we're at the Kotobukiya booth, New York Comic-Con, at their Marvel display with Dan Luan. Hello.
Hey Arnie, nice to see you again.
And wow, you've got a lot of new stuff on display here that I hadn't seen before, either painted or seeing some sculpts for the first time.
Yeah, we've got 2 packed cases here of brand new Marvel stuff. Some of them are updates and some of them are brand new reveals. Yeah, it's been great. A lot of positive feedback on what people are seeing here.
The Bishoujo line seems to be going really strong. It's had a slowdown for a period where there was maybe 1-2 a year, but now you're coming out with so many. The Lady Deadpool is shipping. The Spider-Gwen, I just got my shipping notice, and apparently that's real popular. That's sold out here at the con?
Yes. We didn't have all that many cases to bring because our pre-orders were pretty strong at that. So what we did bring here to the show sold out in one day, basically.
Wow. And that's faster than your exclusive Harley Quinn.
Well, yeah, we have a few more Harley Quinn than Spider-Gwen, but both characters are equally popular, yes.
And then the Thor here, the Jane Foster Thor, there's a little picture in here that we'll have to insert, but you have a picture of the unmasked portrait.
Yeah, and you're familiar with our Bishoujo line. Whenever we can, we like to add maybe an additional portrait, a head of some type. Even with Spider-Gwen, you'll get the unmasked head. So that's what we did with Thor, and you'll get that Jane Foster portrait.
And then we've got the sculpt here for Loki, and that is looking really detailed. That cape is just, the amount of detail is incredible.
Yeah, that tends, when you see something painted in like the gray primer paint, you can tell those details and everything. So this is just an early factory sample. We're just testing out the tooling for her, but I think it's coming along really well.
And then the reveal here is the sculpt of Squirrel Girl?
Yes, first time we're showing the sculpt of Squirrel Girl. We showed the illustration at San Diego Comic-Con, but here's the sculpt for the first time. Coming together really well. Not sure what the base will be at this point, so I don't know if it'll have any sculpted elements to it. Maybe it'll be a round disc of some type with some type of printed graphic, something like what we did with Spider-Gwen. So, yeah. We'd love to hear your feedback, too. So if your fans have any feedback, let us know. We want to hear what you'd like to see with these type of bases.
I'll tell you personally, I really like the sculpted bases like you did with Thor and Loki there. The discs, they're usually pretty good. I like the slant on the Spider-Gwen because it defies a little bit of gravity. Lady Deadpool, it works well because it's got the Deadpool logo, but it's just a little less exciting. Same with, certain other ones where it's the more clear base. It's a little less than if it adds something with the environment.
Yeah, I think the preference would always be to go with a sculpted base of some type. But we also have to keep in mind cost. Whenever we do those sculpted bases, the cost will tend to go up a little bit. So we're always trying to find a nice happy medium where we can provide something that is appropriate for the character, works well with the sculpt, but doesn't jack up the price to a point where it just, kind of scares consumers off.
And yeah, you saying that made me notice the Thor and Loki are $90 and the Spider-Gwen's $80. And
yeah. I mean, again, and everyone's heard this, costs are rising in China. To keep the quality that people have expected for the past 4 years, we need to raise our cost a little bit. But I still think within, in terms of collectibles of this type, it's still a fairly reasonable price point.
Oh, I would agree, and I've actually advocated on both our shows for a long time that when it comes to value for detail, it doesn't get better than your Artifacts Plus line. And I think the 3 Spider-Man figures you have on display here kind of reflect that.
Yeah, and this is the line that we're going to be releasing after the X-Men, sculpted by the same talented artist that worked on X-Men, Abe-san. And we've enlisted the help of Stefano Casali to do the artwork for that. So Spider-Man will be arriving hopefully by December of this year. After that will be the Ultimate Spider-Man and then Spider-Gwen. After Spider-Gwen will be Agent Venom. And I believe after Agent Venom will be Spider-Man 2099, followed by Carnage, and then finally Venom. And that's a first. I haven't told that to anyone.
Oh, thank you for that news, and that is really cool. Of course, you released the art, so we knew Venom was coming, but it's good to know he's coming soon.
Yeah, but I've seen a lot of comments on the forums. Hey, when's Venom coming out? When's Carnage coming out? So I just talked to our product planner from Japan, and that's the schedule he told me. Of course, that could change, so don't hold me to it. But I believe that's how they're going to come out, and we're aiming for everything to be out by next year.
Are you looking at, because with the X-Men, you did some paint variants. You did white and black Magneto. You did white and black Emma Frost. Are you looking at doing any kind of paint variant exclusives in the Spider-Man line?
I think that option is there. Again, with the paint variants, it's better to align it when the production of the regular one's taking place too. So I haven't heard anything about any paint variants being planned, but those could pop up because, actually, the white Emma Frost that paint variant came up after the production was done with the normal Emma Frost, I believe. I may be mistaken on that, but I believe that one came a little after. Whereas Magneto, I believe those two were done at the same time.
Cool. And then here, this was announced not too long ago, put up for pre-order, your Super Deadpool Artifacts. Not the Artifacts Plus, but the full 6-scale Artifacts. What can you tell us about it?
And this is the first time I've seen this piece physically. I've seen the photos, but physically, when you see how dynamic this looks, jumping across those beams, I think it's really impressive. And we add the super to it, kind of just to be playful, but also he comes with so many different accessories. You can have him holding the katanas, as you see there. He can be holding. He can be doing like the pew pew fingers. You can put that wig that you see on the bottom on his head. You can have the flag sticking out of the wig if you'd like. There's just so many different accessories that we're including with this particular statue. So it's really like the ultimate version of Deadpool in that larger artifact scale, which we've been hearing a lot of people say, we want to see we like what you're doing with Artifacts Plus, but we'd love to see it a little larger. So that's what we're doing, and we're answering that call.
And I like that it's a different Deadpool, because you did a few different Deadpools in the Artifacts Plus line, but here we've got a more pouchy Deadpool with a bit more of the black on him. So even though it's a different scale, it's also a distinct Deadpool.
And I think when you make a larger scale item, you're able to get more of that detail in there. You can really see the seams, the wrinkles in his outfit, the shadowing around his mask. So I think that's really where this Deadpool excels. Even the pouches, some of them are upside down. So there's just all those little details that may not come through or may be missed on a smaller Artifacts Plus scale.
What is it he's jumping over?
That really hasn't been defined. It could be a factory, it could be a warehouse, some type of heavy structure of some type. It's up to you.
Okay, I didn't know if I was just missing it, if it was something really obvious.
Yeah.
And the wig. Talk to me about the wig. How did that come about? That
just came about from one of our product developers. And just to add that, that light touch to Deadpool. Obviously, Deadpool, you associate the character with humor. So that's our way of adding that humorous touch to the character. Just like with the Artifacts Plus, we had the sign with the whiteboard, so you could write your own slogans. And we're just trying to add a little extra value for these particular collectibles. If you don't want to display them with the wig, hey, just put it to the side, no problem.
And talking about price, that's just amazing statue. It's a huge statue for $150.
Yeah, and that's really the price point we're looking to hit with the artifacts. Again, if we add lights or sounds, it may go up a little higher. No lights and sounds in this particular piece. But yeah, $150 for a 1/6 scale collectible, I think is pretty reasonable.
And then finally, we've got a first-time look at Vision painted. And might I say, I just love the richness and the green and the yellow on him.
Thank you. Yeah, this is the first time we're showing Vision. It just arrived a couple of days ago from the painter, and I think it turned out great. You can see the slight translucent effect going on as he's phasing through the beam. If we were able to turn this statue around, again, Ultron is in the rubble there. So just a lot of details, a lot of story to be told from this piece. It's almost like a narrative.
Yeah, the translucence of the shin there and the foot is something that I only noticed when I got up there. And if you're not looking for it, it's so subtle, but it adds such a, verisimilitude to the piece that you have that.
Yeah, I mean, I would have loved maybe to do an alternate version also where his hand was slightly translucent, or maybe we could have popped that out and done that. And it might be possible too. I mean, this has not gone into production or anything. We haven't even put this up for pre-order. So again, there are ways that we can even push this further. But as of now, this is what we're looking at for our vision.
Yeah, because I'd love it when you have the interchangeable parts, like with the Thanos with the couple heads there. Yeah, anything like that really just adds so much display rotation ability.
Sure. Whenever possible, we like to add that to these particular line of collectibles.
And so what else have you got that you can tease us with that's coming up Marvel related?
Again, I will be hosting a panel tomorrow, and it's a dedicated Kotobukiya panel. I will be announcing the next Marvel Bishoujo. I can't tease who she is, but I will be making that announcement at the panel. That's about it. I think we're going to have to wait till New York Toy Fair for more announcements as to what we'll be doing with Artifacts Plus. I did announce at San Diego that the next fine art statue would be Punisher. So hopefully by Toy Fair we can show something for him too.
That is great. You guys are just putting out a lot of product. It's fun keeping up.
Yeah, it's an exciting time again with the Marvel Cinematic Universe and just what's going on in publishing, and we're real excited. We're real excited to be a partner, and we hope our fans feel the same.
All right, Dan, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Arnie.
Thanks for watching this video. You can see full episodes of Marvelicious Toys with more collecting news and reviews at marvelicioustoys.com. We also have thousands of toy and collectible photos in our photo gallery. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Until next time, make mine Marvelicious.